What is up, guys? It's Alex Johnson here, the founder and lead analyst at yardsperfantasy.com. Welcome into the 34th episode of the Feed Me Fantasy podcast. Let's eat. We're talking Michigan senior wide receiver Nico Collins today, but before we do, I just want to remind you to download that Yards Per Fantasy app, available both in the App Store for iOS and on Google Play. You'll find our latest articles, dynasty rankings, rookie rankings, and our newest feature, team profiles, which will provide you with all the information you could ever want. And we keep them updated. For example, you'll see in the Eagles profile, we've updated for the Carson Wentz trade and the release of Deshaun Jackson. You'll see those transactions listed as well as the updates to their draft pick collection to reflect the Wentz deal. But anyway, on to Nico Collins, who stands at 6'4", 215 pounds. He was named to the Alabama Sports Writers Association's All-State First Team as a senior at Clay Chalkville High School in 2016. That's a mouthful. But anyway, he racked up 103 receptions, 1,968 yards, and 25 touchdowns over his final two high school seasons, and was regarded as a four-star prospect. Collins received offers from 20 schools including Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Clemson, Auburn, Florida, and Florida State before committing to Michigan. He caught just 3 passes for 27 yards as a true freshman. He played a larger role as a sophomore, catching 38 passes for 632 yards with a 16.6 yards per reception average and 6 touchdowns while starting 11 of 13 games. Collins pretty much matched those numbers in 2019, as he struggled to earn a greater share of the passing production. He managed a 14.4% share of the targets with 37 receptions for 729 yards, a 19.7 yards per reception average, and 7 touchdowns in 12 games. Collins returned for his senior season, but when the Big Ten decided to play the season after originally canceling due to COVID-19 concerns, Collins opted out with his eyes set on the NFL. So the last time we saw him was in 2019. But let's talk the positives, the things we like in Collins' profile. First is his size, at 6'4", 215 pounds. He was a big play threat vertically at Michigan, and that's reflected in his 19.7, 92nd percentile yards per reception average. His 19.5 breakout age lands in the 79th percentile. It's no surprise with his size, but he's good in contested situations, and that was shown with a 52% contested catch rate in 2019. And he's a red zone threat. On the negative side, Collins has a lot of room to grow as a route runner. He lacks elite speed. He's not dynamic after the catch. In fact, he had just 8 broken tackles on 78 career catches per PFF. With that, it's no surprise he had 0 career rush attempts or kick or punt returns. His 27.3% dominator lands in the 42nd percentile, and his 14.4% target share is in the 14th percentile. Collins never reached 40 receptions or 730 receiving yards in a season. His play was inconsistent. He struggled against top corners. He needs time to get up to speed. He averaged just 3.1 receptions per game in his final season with 1.78 yards per team pass attempt. The bottom line is, Nico Collins was a big play threat both down the field and in the red zone during his time at Michigan. He averaged nearly 20 yards per reception in what turned out to be his final season and converted on more than 50% of his contested catch opportunities. In fact, most of his production came from taking advantage of his 6'4", 215-pound frame to bully smaller defenders at the catch point. As we've seen with guys like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Antonio Gandy-Golden over the last couple of years, that style doesn't translate quite so smoothly to the NFL level. Collins' production profile is concerning despite the 19.5 breakout age. Sure, his counting stats may have been hampered by, a bit of poor quarterback play, but he still couldn't manage a 30% dominator or anything close to a significant target share. Collins projects as a situational player called upon in the red zone and as an occasional deep threat. That doesn't equal reliable fantasy production, and he won't have the draft capital to warrant a greater opportunity either. He'll go undrafted in many dynasty rookie drafts this spring. That's going to be a wrap for today, though. If you're not already, please follow me on Twitter at @A_JohnsonFF and the site at YardsPer. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Also, please be sure to rate and review. It really helps me out a lot and is much appreciated. And go download the Yards Per Fantasy app right now and give us a 5-star rating and review over there, too. Thanks, guys. Cue that music.